I'd not call him frugal. Tightwad's a better word. And up in Idaho near Hagerman he kept this baldy herd. It was one spring morn when it happened. He had a calvy heifer not doing too fine. Thinks he, well, calf pullers cost money, and I got lots of baler twine. He'd once been a sailor, and he sure knew his knots. Of him this must be said. He fashioned loops on the hooves like an expert, and a bowline for the little calf's head. Placed himself at the rear of said heifer. With each hand takes 3 wraps of the twine. Then he set with a foot on each of her hips. Why, he'd pull this little booger just fine. You've often heard how best laid plans can sometimes go awry. Well, into the pen sailed his blue heeler pup, all eager and on the fly. Terror filled that heifer's eyes as she stood bolt upright. There was no hesitation. She immediately took flight. Well, she made 3 laps inside the pen, then she spotted the open gate. He couldn't refuse to go along. You see, that twine had sealed his fate. If she'd have been a thoroughbred, she'd have won at Churchill Downs. And he weren't quite airborne. Every once in a while, one foot had hit the ground. And that blue heeler pup was cheering him on, his barks ringing clear in the air. The old cowboy's having visions of tombstones, or at best a new shiny wheelchair. He didn't think things could get any worse, and then he spotted the telephone pole. That heifer was headed straight for it. Oh, to the Lord he committed his soul. But she ducked to the right round the guy wire and cut that twine neat in 2. An old cowboy prayed, Lord, thanks a million, as head over heels he flew. Well, I think he had a revelation when he picked himself out of the bog. That I know for a fact he owns a new puller, and it was rumored that he shot the dog.